Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Tuesday the 2nd of July. Somewhat of a lifeline for New Zealand media from the government. It's tweaking the Fair Digital News Bargaining Bill to lift the ban on TV advertising on Sunday mornings and certain public holidays. Political editor Jason Walls has more.
Changes to the bill will also allow a 40% screen production rebate to apply to Shortland Street, meaning it's highly likely the show will continue on. The bill also attempts to force the likes of Google and Facebook to pay for the news content that they use from local media companies to drive their own profits.
Meanwhile, David Seymour has triggered the Coalition Agree to Disagree clause over the bill, saying they won't vote for the legislation.
We work together in coalition on 99% of issues, but there's some where we just don't have the same view. I actually think disagreement is healthy in any relationship.
ACT's opposition means National and New Zealand First will need Labour's support to pass the bill. Labour media spokesman Willie Jackson says they're taking the time to look at the government's amendments but support the intent of the bill. A man has pleaded not guilty to a charge of murdering a Tekawiti baby. New Zealand Herald's Open Justice reports the 22-year-old denies murdering 10-month-old Mustafa Ali last month. The baby died in hospital from blunt force injuries police allege were non-accidental. The man was accompanied by an interpreter and stayed calm throughout the hearing. A 3-week trial date has been set for February 2026. Wairoa's mayor says the town can't afford the clean-up bill from last week's flooding, expected to top $40 million. More than 100 properties were significantly damaged in a district still recovering from last year's Cyclone Gabrielle. Mayor Craig Little says ratepayers were already facing a 20% rates hike.
$130,000 is 1% rate increase, just to give you an idea of the cost. It's huge for us. We don't have a big rating base, and we don't want a big debt.
The latest NZIER quarterly survey of business opinion shows business confidence deteriorated more in the June quarter. A net 35% of firms expect worsening economic conditions in coming months, compared to a quarter feeling pessimistic in the previous quarter. Political reporter Sophie Trigger has more.
Businesses are tightening their belts, with a net 35% planning to reduce building investment and a quarter having cut staff in the past 3 months. And their key concern is continuing to shift towards demand, a net 61% reporting lack of sales as their primary business constraint, a jump from 42% a year ago.
Category 4 Hurricane Beryl has made landfall in the Caribbean's Windward Islands. It's an unusually strong and early storm for the Atlantic season, which runs from June to November. To sport, Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe will retire from rugby after the Paris Olympics, having been a member of the 7 side since 2012 and the 15 since 2013. France will meet Portugal in the quarterfinals of the European Football Championships. And New Zealand will be represented by Tim and Janelle Price and Clark Johnston in eventing at the Paris Olympics. Badminton winner Caroline Powell will go as a travelling reserve. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.